Hey, welcome back to another episode of Becoming Limitless Towards Greatness podcast. Today, we're going to explore one of the fundamental keys to achieving true success and fulfillment in life: doing what you love and becoming great at it. This concept seems simple enough, right? But if it were that easy, why do so many people struggle to ever reach that level of success and satisfaction they crave? The truth is, while the ideas of doing what you love is straightforward, the journey to actually uncovering your deepest passions and committing to mastering them is where most people get tripped up. You see, the first major stumbling block is that far too many people simply don't know what they genuinely love doing. And I'm not talking about casually enjoying a hobby here and there. I mean a burning passion, an innate interest that lights you up from the inside and compels you to explore it relentlessly. When you ask most people, what are you passionate about? They fumble around giving vague, lukewarm answers like, I don't know, or short, mundane responses they don't really mean. Because, truthfully, they never taken the time for honest self-reflection. Uncovering genuine interests requires exploration and honest self-reflection. Something our fast-paced, distracted world makes incredibly difficult. People stay stuck on autopilot, mindlessly following routine after routine, without ever stopping to thoughtfully explore what really excites me, what feels purposeful and deeply fulfilling. It is what I really want to be doing with my life. And then they wonder why they feel stuck, unfulfilled, like something is missing. True success usually requires a powerful combination of hard work, well-honed skills, and strategic life choices guided by passion. But here's the counterintuitive part. Sometimes our hobbies and casual interests don't necessarily translate into viable full-time careers we feel fulfilled doing every single day. I call this the passion trap. What lights you up as a fun side activity may lose its spark if turned into an all-consuming job. It's vital to realistically assess the potential for monetization and work-life balance before making a dramatic shift. Knowing what you love involves far more than just liking or casually enjoying something. It takes thoughtful, soul-searching exploration over time, something many of us instinctively avoid because, well, self-reflection can really uncomfortable and difficult. It's so much easier to stay in our comfort zones and accept the status quo, even if we're deeply unhappy. Let's look at a couple examples to illustrate this point. Take someone, Sarah, who has a stable corporate job but constantly feels unfulfilled and relentless. When asked what she's passionate about, she simply responds, I don't really know. I don't mind my job. That lack of any strong feeling or desire makes it extremely difficult to motivate herself towards positive change. Then there's John, who always loved sports and being active growing up. But when it came time for college, he chose a more quote-unquote practical major and career path because that's what was expected of him. Now years into his reliable but uninspiring job, he finds himself daydreaming wistfully about being a coach or working in athletics, but dismisses it as too risky or quote-unquote too late for a total career shift. Can you see how both Sarah and John have been allowing their lives to simply happen to them, rather than proactively exploring and leaning into their genuine interests and callings? Both Sarah and John are fundamentally disconnected from what gives them energy and life satisfaction. Yet, realigning their lives with their true callings seems overwhelming, maybe even impossible from their current vantage points. Of course, the ironic tragedy is that they'll likely continue feeling restless and vaguely unsatisfied until they get real with themselves. Because here's the harsh truth: you cannot become great. You cannot achieve that level of meaning and success if you don't first get crystal clear on what you're inherently passionate about pursuing. That burning desire, that instant hell yes feeling, that's your clue. But you have to be willing to really listen to yourself and honor those callings. Not just mindlessly go through the motions based on what you quote unquote should want. Don't just think about what you may like. Actually do things. Immerse yourself in experiences that could unearth previously untapped potential. Your quote unquote thing may be an intersection of various interests and skills that only bloom when combined. Now, once you discover that core passion, that's when the equally challenging but rewarding second phase begins. Consistent dedication. Mastering any skills takes tremendous discipline over time. The world's highest performers in any field have put in thousands of hours of practice, learning, coaching, and relentless personal development. No one ever became great at anything just because they were quote-unquote born talented, or it came easily to them. Every superstar athletic like Kobe Bryant or Lionel Messi, every brilliant entrepreneur, every influential leader, they all put in the work behind the scenes that we didn't see. The early mornings, the brutal practice schedules, the dogged determination through setbacks and failures. That's why there's no such things as quote-unquote overnight success. Sustained excellence always emerges from years of committed effort. Keep in mind, doing what you love doesn't mean everything will be easy and effortless. There will still be days of laziness, boredom, and frustration. But the difference is that when you're chasing something you're authentically lit up about, persevering through the tough stretches becomes so much more sustainable. Yes, you'll still experience laziness, procrastination, and feeling unmotivated at times. That's natural and human. But when your efforts are fueled by intrinsic passion instead of just chasing an external reward, you find deeper reserves of resilience to keep going. The struggle feels worth it because you're on your path. So in summary, step 1 is taking the time for self-exploration through new experiences until you discover your unique combination of strengths and interests. Your quote-unquote thing. Step 2 is embracing that real, sustainable success only comes from consistently working your ass off in devotion to your craft or calling. I realize this may sound daunting, but here's an exercise that can help. Imagine a life where money wasn't an issue at all, where you have all the financial resources you needed. What would you choose to spend your days doing? For many, the answer surprisingly does not involve just laying on a beach. It lights up something deeper: a quest, a mission, creative pursuits, building something meaningful. That's your passion calling out to you. Your passion is a tremendous source of power. When you unlock it alongside the discipline to nurture it, you become limitless. You master the craft at the highest level, You follow an inspired path instead of settling for someone else's visions for your life. You craft stories and create impact in ways that are uniquely yours. So I'll leave you with this challenge. Get radically honest with yourself about what you're passionate about. Don't let fear, doubt, or quote-unquote practicality keep you from exploring it fully. Then back up that passion with a work ethic that can turn it into mastery. You have the power to live a life you're obsessed with. All you have to do is to choose to relentlessly pursue it. It won't be easy, but anything worthwhile never is. But I promise, the payoff of discovering work that doesn't drain you but absolutely electrifies you makes any struggle along the way worth it 1,000,000 times over. So get exploring, get uncomfortable, get radically committed to doing what you love and pouring everything you have into becoming one of the absolute greats at it. That is the path to truly limitless life, my friends. A life of passion, purpose, and the profoundly rewarding experience of mastering what sets your spirit on fire. Start uncovering that for yourself today. Your limitless future self is counting on it. Hey, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to my podcast and leave a review on your favorite platform. And if you're feeling generous, share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. And until next time, stay awesome, stay limitless, and stay you.